Boom.
Hi everyone, and welcome to another edition of Studio de Sapo. Today we are here in the beautiful downtown Allegan on this interesting day, to say the least. But I'm here today with Landria. What's your last name?
Johnson.
Oh,
I know.
Landria Johnson. We're not related. Well, I don't think. Well,
Not, as far as I know, no, but
who knows?
we can't be sure.
There's so many Johnsons out there.
There's a lot of Johnsons.
So in continuing with our series that we've been doing for International Women's Month, featuring local small business women, we're here today at the Sassy Olive. We've been doing a soap demo, but I thought it'd be cool to maybe have Landy come down and help us make some soap today. So,
Let's do this.
Yeah. Have you ever made soap before?
I have not.
Awesome.
One of the only kits,
That you haven't.
that's something I don't know in my adult life, but I remember when I was a kid, I had this weird shaped gift under the tree, and I remember I opened it and it was a soap making kit.
Ah.
And I felt bad ever since.
Well, this is going to be really simple. I've got everything ready for us. But before we begin, I thought it'd be fun to just kind of talk a little bit about your business. How did you get started? Like what, how long have you been around, first of all?
This is year 8
Awesome.
of the Sassy Olive. I started in August-ish of 2014, and I did not intend on running a full-time business. I just thought maybe I'd pay my way through grad school and it'd be fine, and it's just a side thing, and then
That's how it started.
That's how it got started.
Awesome. What did you do before you got into this? What was your background?
So I have my master's of public health in hospital and molecular epidemiology from the University of Michigan. So I have my background in a lot of this pandemic stuff, the people that track like a zombie outbreak, that's epidemiology.
Right.
And epidemiology is the study of disease and disease patterns and how they apply to populations. And I've always been pretty crafty and creative and whatever, but I did not think that this is what I could do for a living.
Right.
So getting the opportunity to be able to apply myself to something like this is just awesome.
Huge, right?
Right.
So, what are some of what is your favorite aspect of what you do on a day-to-day basis? Here.
Well, everybody always talks about wanting to be their own boss and how great that would be. And it is great to a certain extent, but it's also very stressful. And if you really want to be successful with a small business, handmade, nose to the grindstone, you have to put in the work. I mean, there's no shortcut.
Right.
You either have it or you don't.
Right. What are some of the challenges do you think in work and life, especially for a woman in business? What are some of the obstacles that you've had to deal with?
Well, being a young woman, I have definitely ran into, especially having my husband work for the city, and even though before we were married, I was involved in city things, but after and right before we got married, it was like, okay, well, I have to withdraw myself from these things because he works for the city. And it was just, we'll say that having entered the business ownership world at a very young age as a female with no background, even though I knew I could do whatever was put in front of me, I knew I could handle it if somebody would just give me a guideline.
Right.
It's really hard, and I've had to assert myself more often than not in certain meetings and situations, and then everybody's like, oh, well, she's just a bitch because she just talks over. But if I don't do that, then nobody's gonna hear me.
Right.
And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with people thinking what they're gonna think, if it means giving women business owners a voice.
Awesome. So, for those that may be thinking about jumping into the pool, what would some words of wisdom or advice would you give to those folks? Or
be ready to put in the legwork. It's not like, yeah, in theory, you have, like, I don't have kids, and I feel like sometimes inadvertently or maybe subconsciously that's held against me because I don't have kids. But I also made a conscious decision to not have them because this is my kid.
Right.
So insert thing here that you're going to apply your energy to. If you're going to do it right.
Yeah.
And set yourself up with an employee handbook and policies and sheets and all the stuff that you don't want to deal with. That's what you need to deal with in order to have that open creative front where you can like lead the charge and do what you want to do.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Well, are you ready to make some soap?
I am.
Awesome.
I like soap.
Yes. So today we're going to be making our white birch. This is a real popular one. It's cold process, meaning that we're not the oils are they're warm. They're like about 100 or so. So it's a perfect soaping temperature that you want. And we are going to, I've already got the scent added. I've added some titanium dioxide. That's what's making this white color. Otherwise, the natural color of the oils would make it more of a yellowish kind of color. Yeah.
Okay.
So, and my idea or design with this particular soap is to make it look kind of like birch, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to add some black tea to it as well, which will give it a little flex to give you the sense that it's a birch. So basically, I'm going to have you mix the lye, which this is our lye water, and we've already mixed this, and it's all ready to go. I've pre-measured it out. Now, normally, lye or sodium hydroxide, which is what you need to make soap, there's no way you can't. Nobody can say that they've made soap but didn't use lye. The only way that you can make soap is with lye. There's lots of options out there, like there's melt and pour, which most people are familiar with. At some point, somebody made that loaf or bar or slab of soap that you are now cutting and melting and adding whatever you want to add to it. So somebody down the line had done that. But anyways, normally when you're dealing with sodium hydroxide, it's a caustic. So there's some safety equipment that we'll want to make sure we wear. What did I do with your fashionable glasses? I brought these just especially for you.
Okay.
So these are just going to protect. Now we're in a pretty controlled environment here. Like I said, we mix the lye in a large batch and we let it cool to room temperature to use, because otherwise when you mix water with your lye, the chemical will heat up. Oh, sorry, I didn't clean. Will heat up the water mixture.
There's no lye in my eyeballs.
No.
That's fine.
The other thing too is we want to have some long sleeves just to protect so the lye doesn't get on our skin. And then we have some gloves for you to wear so that you are protected in that sense too. So what we're going to do is we're going to add the lye mixture. You're going to add it all directly to. What I normally do is to keep it from splashing. Ugh, I can't talk. Is just pour it over your spoon, but pour it all right into the oil mixture.
Right.
And then we're going to use this handy dandy tool.
Ooh, it's an immersion blender.
Have you ever used one?
Oh, yeah. That's how I make all my sauces and
Sweet.
things.
So that was my other question. So you're comfortable in the kitchen. You've cooked and baked. Okay, so you'll be fine. This is super simple. So what we're going to do then, you're going to add that. You're going to just hit this. What I like to do is kind of burp it a little bit, get all the air out, and then hit your buttons. You'll notice there's two.
Yes.
The bottom button is turbo. Don't hit that button. That's not really, we're not going to need that kind of power for this particular application.
Okay.
So this here is the button you're going to push. And what I usually do is kind of tap it a couple times. And then just kind of, you need to work this lye through here. What will happen as soon as you add this, it's going to immediately start to emulsify. It's going to come together really fast. So you don't really have a whole lot of time to kind of diddly-dally around.
So I need to do both at the same?
No, well, you can put the lye right in right now.
Oh, okay.
And
All
then,
right.
And then you can hit this.
I can handle this. Thank you.
Awesome.
Okay.
All right. There you go. That's by hand. So I'll take that from
It's like
you.
a lotion.
Yeah, like a thick lotion.
Mm-hmm.
Thick lotion. All right, so that's that. Now you're going to add your tea.
Okay.
And just a couple of heavy-handed teaspoons in there.
Okay.
And then you're gonna just kind of mix that up. We want to save a little tea for the top. Just decorate with. Yeah. Cool. And mix that in. Go ahead and pour it into the mold. Hopefully it's still in fluid
It's
enough
like
that you can.
cookies and cream.
Yep.
Okay. Ready?
And reggae.
Reggae. Let's do this.
Pour it
Oh,
right in
she's
there.
still warm.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it'll continue to heat up too. And it'll continue to get more solid as it heats up. So
Oh, it smells delightful,
Isn't it
I will
awesome?
say. Like,
it's one of our most popular
Yeah.
ones,
What's-
especially around the holidays.
what's the scent?
It's called white birch.
I mean, you just can't go wrong. It just smells clean and nice.
Yeah, it's got a little bit of a
Oh!
roll. Here, let Daddy help.
It's fine.
It's fine. Everything's all good.
There's just a little splatter
Just
on
a
the
little
table.
splatter, no worries.
I mean, I got like 97% of it in there.
You did.
So.
You did a great job.
Good.
Really good. But we don't want to waste any. So we're going to scoop all that up there. Waste not, want not. There we go. Beautiful. Just please don't lick your finger.
I won't.
Whatever you do.
I will not do that.
All right.
Okay, everybody's fine. Everybody's fine. It's fine.
And then normally in this, for these bars, we have our little signature kind of swirl or uptick that we do. So as it's setting up, we just kind of
That's
go
how you do it.
with our spoon, yes.
Okay.
These nice peaks. But see how it's already solidifying?
Uh-huh.
So this will sit in the mold overnight, probably sometime tomorrow
But we have
or the
to
day
do our
after.
design.
Yeah.
I'm going rogue.
Do it.
That's what she does. She says, I see how you do it. I'm going to do it more.
It's all right. Oh, it's awesome. Beautiful.
It's gonna be beautiful. Is this all I need my hands for?
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us, and stay tuned for more Studio de Sapo. We drop these every Tuesday. Yours will be up in a few weeks, so I hope that all of your fans will check it out and give you some pops.
It looks like cookies and cream ice cream.
It does. Yes. We're hungry. What can you say? Thanks, y'all. We'll catch you later.